All right, leading change. I want to talk about this idea called freedom of action. In the military, it's a really big deal when it comes to the battlefield. The way that the American military works is by this concept called, a German concept actually called auftragstaktik. What that means is that authority is delegated to the lowest possible level, particularly on the battlefield when things change quickly, and that the soldiers are trained to make decisions on the fly based on their best assessment of what's happening in the moment. Because, well, a general sitting back in headquarters is not going to have the best information. The best information is going to be from the field in the moment. And what they're going to be operating on is a larger set of guidelines, a strategy that has been communicated to them. That, in fact, is your vision and your strategy that is communicated. So freedom of action is giving your people the widest possible latitude to do the right thing in the implementation of the change initiative. One story I love to tell, my last job in the Air Force, I was a wing commander. I was in charge of 1,500 airmen. Our job was to go anywhere in the world, set up a communications network, and oh, by the way, do that if we were under fire. It was called combat communications. Well, there was one airman by the name of Latier who was sent to Afghanistan, about 75 miles from the Iranian border. And that's exactly the situation they were in. They were setting up a communications network and taking fire. Well, Latier found that the training that he received when he was in garrison, when he was back in with the unit in the States, didn't 100% prepare him for sustaining the implementation of the network that he had just got done setting up. So he came up with a program and a system to help train airmen on what it took to sustain the equipment in the field. Now, you have to remember the combat communications, we're designed to be there for 60 to 90 days, then we pull out as the infrastructure is reinforced. In that particular situation, there were no reinforcements coming for quite a while. So our airmen were the ones that had to become not just the implementers, but the sustainers. So Latier came up with a number of tools and a number of methods, a training suite, to help airmen, to give them the skills before they left on the deployment to be able to deal with that type of situation. We gave him wide latitude as a two-striper, all right? Not a lot of rank in the Air Force, to implement his idea. We briefed it all the way up to our commanding general, a two-star general. She loved it. And then we started to promulgate the solution across the entire combat communications community. That is what I call, in my book, that is one example of freedom of action. So take that concept and apply it to your own organization and your own team. And I think you'll find that you'll be successful. On the other hand, it probably is going to take a little bit of courage on your part to let go of the control and trust your people. But trust me, it'll pay off.